All right, Coach. So what does it mean to you to be the SLIAC regular season champs this year?
It's really special. It's something we've been working at for a long time and chipping away at. We've had a lot of guys even before this year that have been working to achieve that goal. It came up a little short, but they kind of, people in the past, they've kind of really helped get this thing to where it needs to be for us to be able to accomplish this. And we had a group this year that was really hungry to do it. They work extremely hard. They stay together. They have a great bond between one another. And they love to be coached and they love to play unselfish. And it was a group that finally was able to get over that hump and achieve that. It's something we've been working at, me and Coach Reed, for a long time now in different roles to the program. We're really excited to do it.
So your team's been through a lot this year. Kids show up in August, think they got games in Thanksgiving area, then they get moved to January, then moved again. So what does this say about your team to be this successful this season with a lot on their shoulders?
I think it speaks to what we've talked about all year and them doing a good job with is always staying ready and just being prepared. Whether that's, we think we're playing this game and it got canceled because of COVID, or, with them throughout the semester, first semester, thinking that maybe we would play, maybe we wouldn't. We had a lot of guys that were remote first semester anyway, so we had a lot of young guys here, but a lot of our returners weren't here yet. So even just bringing guys in at different times this year, for the first time meeting each other, they gelled well. They're really good guys. I think when you put a lot of good people in a group together, good things happen, and that's what's happened with this group. But they stay ready, they embrace that, and they work hard, and they stay together. So they've done a great job with that.
So there's only been 2 schools in conference to make the tournament the last 4 years, and we're obviously one of them. So what does that say about the program, the consistency?
That's just what we talk about every day, is being consistent and doing things the right way. And I think when you have a group that buys into that, and not just this group, because like we said, it's the 4th year, and this year's a little different. Everybody got in and things, but still, it is the 4th year. You just get a group that buys in, and groups before this that have bought in and kind of set that standard, and that's what we want to be, and that's what we want this program to be. And they do a great job. They work hard. We're a team. We don't have bad practices. It's an everyday thing with these guys. It's not up and down. It's pretty steady with their focus and energy. And it's exciting to be a part of, and we really love coaching these guys.
So does being this successful and winning conference, you think that's going to help with recruiting, in the future?
I like to think everybody likes to win, so we'll see. I think we've, to be in this position, we've recruited well to begin with and things, but Coach Reed handles a lot of the recruiting. He makes me look really good. He does a tremendous job with that. And I do, still do some recruiting and things, but Coach Reed's the guy that'll find anybody anywhere. So he makes my job a lot easier. He does a tremendous job. He's a relationship guy. He does a great job with that. And he's elite at what he does in terms of that. So I would think it would help with recruiting, but either way, Coach Reed does a tremendous job, and he's going to keep getting dudes in here.
So Bryson Kirby, senior on the team, he's your brother. Can you talk about the relationship with him? You being his coach and a brother. Can you just talk about how you have to, maybe change that at some time, or?
Yeah, it's just something that we've always dealt with. We're at Lincoln, where we're from. We play for my grandfather and for my uncle. So being coached by family is something we've kind of always dealt with, and something you learn at a young age. When you get on that floor, you're a player and you're a coach. And there is that special bonding. You understand each other a little bit different things, so that always helps. It's kind of like if you're playing on the floor together, your brothers or your relatives or something, like you kind of had a connection, but at the same time, it is business on the floor, and we're really close off the floor. We have a great relationship, we always have. So honestly, we probably don't sit back and recognize it and enjoy it as much as we should while it's going on, because we're so, goal driven and things that we want to get the job done, and I think that's kind of what it is. But I think one day, when this thing's over and he's done playing, it's going to be really cool to sit back and see that we had this experience together and things, especially with him wanting to go into coaching and teaching and things. We'll see where that leads us, but it's been tremendous coaching him. I get on him a little bit, but he does a great job for us. He shoots it. He rebounds extremely well for being a wing. He can switch off and guard all spots. He's a great team guy. Guys love him, and he's just somebody that he's one of those glue guys on your team that just helps you be really, really good. And he's been here through all this, even as a freshman. He had, he played some time off the bench, and with those seniors, with him and Matt and Tim and Will and all them being here for so long, they've kind of really helped, that standard keep going. So I'm extremely proud of him. And one day we can sit back and we can kind of think about all the cool stuff we did in the experience. But right now, I think we kind of got the same thing on our mind, and let's just keep doing what we've been doing and keep winning.
So last night games were played. You find out that you play Iowa. They had a pretty convincing win. Did you watch that game, or have you watched it yet? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I had a feeling, man, they're playing really good basketball. I actually had that game on and was watching that. We was finishing up practice through the beginning of it for about the first 10 minutes or so. We were finishing up practice. As soon as practice got over, I turned that one on, and then I was kind of following the score of the other one of the Fonbonne West men. But yeah, I watched a lot of it. Iowa Wesley's playing tremendous basketball right now. I just talked to Coach actually the other day. We was texting, and I just told him, you guys are playing great basketball at the right time. And he's got a group that plays hard. They play together. They have a lot of qualities that we have in terms of good guys that it seem like they really care about each other. So they're playing great ball at the right time. They got shooters. They got size. They play inside out. They play a nice pick and roll game. They have a nice wing that came up for them, about 6'3", 6'4", that can really score. And they got all the pieces, man. They got all the pieces to get the job done. But I like to think we're going to be ready for them. We're really excited. We escaped one there, about whatever 10 days ago or whatever it was. And they're playing really well. They match up well with us. They move the ball, they shoot it, they can drive it, they can play in the post. And they're a good team. So it's going to be whatever good team's playing better right now. And who takes care of the matchup. But they're doing an extremely good job. I think we got a great Final Four. I think in terms of the SLIAC tournament, I think all the games are going to be good from here on out. But man, they went in and got the job done last night, and they got a head of steam going into this thing. So we're excited. We know we're playing a good team, and we're really, really anxious for that.
So with that being said, I think you guys played the first game of the season. You guys, beat them pretty good, and then this 10 days ago, you only beat them by a few points. I think you said you escaped. So is this a different team than what was in the regular season? Are you going to see a different team?
Yeah, I think, the first game, that part of the year is so much different. Teams are trying to figure themselves out. They're playing a little bit different. They got different personnel in there. Coach has done a tremendous job with this team in terms of putting people in position to be successful and for them to help each other and play off one another. That's really important in figuring out your team, and they've done a great job with that. The first time we had a lot of points off turnovers when we played them, and different things like that. When you have points off turnovers, it's really can get you going, and that's what happened the first time we played them, and then you could just tell the second time they were so much more settled in and comfortable with their system. And I told the guys going into the second time we played them at their place, this is a different team. They're playing different. They got confidence. They got swagger in their game, and that's how they're playing right now. So they're a different team. But I like to think we're a different team too. So we're excited. We've been off for a little bit, but we're definitely really excited. I think we're going to get two really good teams playing tomorrow night. So we're all excited. So.
Last question here for you. So what do you want this team to be remembered for?
I want them to be remembered as the 21 team that got over the hump and did something that we've been working for a long time. They're tremendous guys. Like I said, there's a lot of guys that go before this that have helped build this thing up to put our group in a position to be able to do that and to build the everyday culture and to build, what we're trying to do and believe in the system and different things. But, when me and Coach Reed took this thing over, we talked about believing in it. No matter if you always think things are going your way or not, you just got to believe in it and trust in everybody. Trusting your brothers, trusting the staff, trusting one another, put the work in, trust the system, trust what we're teaching you. And this team fully embraced it. Everybody handles adversity differently, but I think this group does a tremendous job with it. I think they come together. I think they pick each other up. I think they like to enjoy playing together. They like being on the floor with one another. They like cheering each other on. So to me, that's the thing that sticks out about this team is, one, the team that got over the hump a little bit and won a regular season championship. But at the same time, they're a team that they just love each other. They spend a lot of time together as much as they can, outside of this because of the COVID and things. But they're brothers. They really are. They embrace it. They're building their bond. They got one another's back, and that's what makes this group really exciting.
All right, thanks, Coach.